everybody, welcome back. This is Miss Faye and this is my world. Today's topic is finding out he's gay. Finding out that your man is gay can be devastating, ladies. Before we get started, I'd like to say welcome. Welcome to the channel. Welcome to all the new viewers, the new subscribers, and welcome to you who have been with me from the beginning. I really appreciate you. All right, I did pull a video just to get us started. Let's watch the short video and then we're going to dive into this topic. Finding out that he's gay. Here we go.
Finding out that my husband was on the DL. We was together for 16 years. This June 15th, it will be 9 years. We've been together all this time. There was definitely no clear indication that this man liked men. My concern had always been women, and as a woman who's married, you and loyal and faithful, you don't want to, have to be feeling like you're in competition with other women, but to just start having things drop in your lap to let you know that, hey, not only do you have competition with women, you also have competition with men. And how can you compete with another man? I'm definitely not doing that, and I'm not okay with that.
All right. I'm going to tell you something. The way I found out that my partner of 6 years was gay was when I got on my spiritual journey. Before, there were signs, but I didn't know the signs. You understand? I saw some and noticed some things that were off and that were weird. And I know that, my intuition was screaming at me and, showing me these things, but I refused to acknowledge it. I didn't want to know that. Why would I want to think that the man that I have introduced to my family and my friends is gay? Why would I think that? But it's funny because in hindsight, after I got on my spiritual path and everything was revealed to me, and I could see it clearly what happened. In hindsight, there were always signs along the way, even from the very beginning. But I refused to even think of it. Now I knew that he was a playboy. That part I did know. I knew that, that he had been around. But I thought it was women. I could deal with that as long as he was faithful to me. I could deal with his past, being with women. And a lot of us ladies, we don't want to be with a cheater. But if his past has been with women, you can deal with that if he's been a loose goose, but now he's trying to redeem himself. You hope he is, to be faithful to you. You can deal with that. But if you find out that he has not only been dealing with women, that he's been sleeping with men too, that's a whole different mind-blowing thing. It's a whole different mind blower. When you find that out, ladies, it really does something to you. It just makes you feel kind of defeated. Because you thought you had a real something, a real gem here, and found out that you got fool's gold. You thought you had a diamond and you got a zirconia. This man is fake. This man is living the devil life. When he's with his boys, he's gay. When he's with you, he pretends to be heterosexual. But ladies, if you look at your relationship, if he's sleeping with men, he's not all into you. And your lovemaking cannot be satisfactory. If you know anything about lovemaking, because some women have only been with one man in their life. So, they have nothing to compare it to. So if he's out sleeping with men, even if he comes and show you some affection sometime, you think that, you probably think that's cool because that's all you know. Don't know any different. You never been with anybody else. And a lot of women in situations, that's why they get fooled. They spend 20, 30 years with these men, and then the men get tired of pretending. Somehow they get their nerve up and get tired of pretending. So now they either make it known to their wives that they, have other outside interests, or they'll just stand up and say, and this is mostly the white men who will stand up to the wives after 20, 30 years and say, listen, I'm in love with my boyfriend over here, and I want a divorce. Now, black men, 9 times out of 10, they don't have that kind of courage yet. Because the black community is not ready for that. So black man is not going to just jump up and say, I'm going to leave you for a man. What he'll do is leave you, and then you'll find out later that he's with a man. But he's not going to just come out and tell you, announce to the world that he's going to leave you to be with his boy. But ladies, here's the thing. And this is a shocking revelation. I heard a man say that, now he had these numbers like really high, that 90% of men today, and maybe it was an age different thing. Age, I'm going to put age in it, maybe, older men or whatever. But he's saying about 90% of men out here are, he say gay. That's what he say. And that is a frightening number. I hope that number is way too high. I hope there are more heterosexual men out here. And the numbers are crazy high, and I'm telling you why. Well, the black men are screwed anyway. A lot of them go to jail or whatever, and if they have not been introduced to it before, they are certainly introduced to it in jail. Okay, whether they comply or whether they're raped or whatever, now they're in it. And you hear some of the folks, the prisoners in jail, say they gay for a stay. As long as they're in jail, they gay, and they think when they come out, then they're not gonna, no. Once you have that demonic energy in you, it's in you. Okay? And you do have a preference. A lot of gay men really don't like the female body. They prefer the male body. And a female, when she gets aroused, it gets juicy. That's when it's getting good, when it gets juicy. But that would turn a gay man off. He don't like juicy. When you start getting ready, you getting primed, he's off. He just wants to stick it in somewhere. He definitely doesn't want his face in it. Now if you got a man like that, you that can't take your wetness, you better look at him. Because gay men don't like that. They don't like the wetness of a woman. You see? Because when they sticking it in the behind, it's pretty dry back there. And if your man asks you for a lot of anal sex, could be gay. Now, check this out. If your man only wants oral from you, now he may not ask you for anal because he knows that you ain't gonna do it no way. You see, he's gonna give you some flack. He doesn't want you to know that he's slipping and dipping with men, you see. So he's trying to be slick with it. But from you, he don't like your witness, so, he'll say he'll want oral. Or, he may stick it in, but he don't really care about it. He likes being in the back because the back is dry and tighter. Okay, that's what gay men like. But the woman is soft, moist, wet, receiving of the man. But a gay man don't want that. That's not what he likes at all. Now, if your husband doesn't like certain things about you being a female, you better look at him, because he's going somewhere where he likes it. And the thing about this is, with the trans women out here, okay, let's look at that. There are quite a few men out here who claim to be heterosexual, but they go for these trans women. All right? Now, a trans woman is really a man who has either gotten an operation or looking like a woman or whatever the situation is, but it's a male in his feminine energy. Now, you got to look at that. Now, why are heterosexual men attracted to that? Attracted to that? Number one, it's an abomination. And I know some of you are not going to like that, but spiritually, it's an abomination. A trans person. Okay? But men, these men are living in their low vibration. You got to understand, all of this is in a low vibration, where all of these atrocities happen. And you're interacting with all of these abominations and these demons and things like that. Everything like that is in a low vibration. And your man, if he's gay, if he's secretly gay, he's in a low vibration. He's not living in love and in a higher frequency. It's all low vibration. And ladies, you know, with your man, and those of you who are just meeting men now, if I were out dating, I would assume that he could be gay before he proves to me that he's not. I wouldn't ask him, are you gay? Because you know they're not going to tell you. But I would be watching his movements very, very closely. Very, very closely. And ladies, this is why I tell you to take your time with people. Take your time. You want a man who shows you that he loves you. Not a man just to be around you and show you a good time. That's different. For a man to take you out to dinner, show you a good time. And that's not showing you that he really loves you. That's just showing that he desires you for some reason. For some reason. And believe me, these men who are gay will use you and come at you like they really care for you, because they need women to camouflage who they really are. They need a woman to be standing there so nobody will suspect that they're gay. These men are ashamed of this activity. They know it's an abomination and they're ashamed of it. But this demon has them by the throat and they can't seem to break free of it. They don't seem to be strong enough or willing enough to break free from it. And if your man happens to be religious, listen carefully. It's a lot of men in the church who are gay. But what they believe is grace. All they got to do is pray and they will be forgiven for all of their sins. Even, it's a funny thing for those of you who have been following the T.D. Jakes story. Even he said, even if I were guilty, all I got to do is pray for forgiveness. Do you see how ironic that is? Do you understand this? These people are fooling themselves. The demon is fooling them, making them believe that they can do anything in this life and be forgiven for it. Everything is good. You understand? These things are demonic. Demonic. Now, I believe if a man feels like he wants to go down that road, well, be gay. Why involve a woman in it to camouflage you? If you brave enough to stick your thing in another man, then you ought to be brave enough to stand up and say, I'm going to be this, and not involve a woman in it. There you go. You see? But many of the men are cowards. They're weak. You don't want a man like that. You find out that your man is gay, he weak. He's a coward. Doesn't want people to know who he really is. But ladies, you're the one that suffer from it. Because if he's loving a man, he can't be loving you. He can't. Now, he can provide for you. And a lot of these men, they keep their wives quiet or the girlfriends quiet by providing for them. You see? If you're living large and you know he's sleeping with men, you ain't going to say much, especially if he's not bothering you. You're just going to let him be whatever he is and you live your life. But don't allow him to go out sleeping with men and then bring that energy into you, because that is destroying you. You got to protect yourself at all costs, ladies, because I realize that some of you are with these men and you know what he's doing. You know what he's doing. But protect yourself, ladies. Don't allow them to destroy you in the process. And you ladies who find out that your men are gay, it can be a hard thing to face, whether the man tells you or not. I mean, you could walk in on them sometime. That would be devastating to see something like that. What do you do? Many women, they get a divorce right away, but then they go off to another man, and who's not to say that that man is the same? Got to be careful. Got to take your time. And it will be revealed if you take it slow. If you take it slow, you'll see the signs. And you'll be able to talk to other people that know these men. Get some background on them. You see? Ladies, don't be desperate and don't settle. But if you find out that your man is gay, guard yourself. Guard yourself. I'm not going to tell you to pick up and leave, because everybody is not able. But you guard yourself in a situation like that, because you don't want him bringing all kind of energies to you, because those energies are negative. They're demonic, and you don't want them attached to you. So you need to kind of distance yourself if that's what he wants to do. And they tell me that when a man asks you for an open relationship, see, I was thinking when men ask you for open relationships, they were only asking you to sleep with other women. But I'm understanding that these men mean that they want to sleep with men when they ask you for an open relationship. Ladies, you need to be aware of that, because, you know, over the years, these definitions of terms change. You see? So if you're with a man and he asks you for an open relationship, don't assume that he just wants to sleep with other women. He wants to sleep with any and everybody, including men. You know, and that's one thing I wanted to say about that, finding out that he's gay. Ladies, be careful with this, because some of these men, because they're so weak and fearful that this secret's going to come out, so they can become dangerous. We have heard of stories where the woman will out the man and then she ends up dead. Be careful. Be careful with these people, period. Take your time. If your mate is low vibrational, you need to kind of distance yourself from these people. Because if he is low vibrational, he has a tendency to engage with anything in the low vibrations. And in the low vibrations, what do you find there? Demons, abominations, all kind of creatures that you don't want to be involved with, and negative energies and that kind of thing in the low vibrations. You don't want to be involved with that. Ladies, I hope that you understand the message today. And I really hope that it helps someone. Take your time with a man. And guard yourself. Don't assume that everything is wonderful because that's what it seems to be. Take your time because all will be revealed in time. Love yourself and take care of yourself. Now, those of you who have questions that you would like for me to answer, my email address is in the description. And those who are looking for your affirmation for today, the link is also in the description. I want to thank you so much for supporting this channel. I thank you for your comments. Just keep them coming. I really enjoy reading them. Thank you for your letters. And a very special thank you to those that leave a donation. I really appreciate all of you. I wish you all the very best. And I really hope to see you next time.